Welcome to AI Explains. Today, we're doing a deep dive on a breakthrough that really solves a 50-year-old puzzle that is absolutely essential to life itself.
It's a huge one. We're talking about AlphaFold from DeepMind.
And if the reports are accurate, this basically changes the operating system for modern biology.
I think that's a fair way to put it. It solves the protein folding problem, which for decades has been one of the biggest roadblocks in science.
And now that road is just clear.
Yeah.
So let's establish the explain like I'm 12 baseline here.
Yeah, good idea.
Because when most people hear protein, they think nutrition, a steak, a protein shake.
Right. But in this context, we need to think of them as these tiny, tiny machines.
Or Lego blocks. I like that analogy. They're the little bricks that build everything in our bodies.
Legos is perfect. Because for a long time, we've had the list of parts, the amino acids.
We can read the sequence, sure.
But having a pile of Lego bricks is not the same as having the instruction manual.
Exactly. We didn't know how they all snapped together to make the final 3D shape. And in biology, shape is everything. It's not just for looks.
Shape is function, completely. It's like a key fitting into a lock.
If the key is bent into the wrong shape, the lock doesn't open.
Or worse, it causes a disease. So if we don't know the precise shape of that key, it's almost impossible to design a medicine to fix the lock.
And predicting that shape is what scientists call the origami of life.
It's a great name for it. You've got this long string of beads that, in an instant, tangles itself into a perfect, specific knot.
And for 50 years, we've been trying to predict that final knot just by looking at the string.
And the old way of doing it, in a lab with things like crystallography, it was agonizingly slow.
We're talking months, sometimes years, right, for a single protein structure.
Years.
Yeah.
And that created this massive knowledge gap. We have gene sequences for billions of proteins, but before AlphaFold, we only had the 3D structures for about 100,000 of them.
So we were flying blind for the most part.
Almost completely.
Okay, so enter AlphaFold. It gets submitted to this competition, CASP14.
Which is basically the Olympics of protein folding. It's a blind test.
Meaning the teams don't know the answers ahead of time.
Right. The organizers use structures that have just been solved in a lab that haven't been published yet, and they challenge the world's computers to predict them.
And AlphaFold didn't just win.
No, it blew the competition away. The key number is this. It achieved a median backbone accuracy of 0.96 angstroms.
And to give you some context for that number, what are we talking about?
Well, the width of a single carbon atom is about 1.4 angstroms.
Wait, so the AI's margin of error is smaller than an atom?
Yes, that's it. It means the software prediction is now competitive with the slow, multi-million-dollar physical experiments.
So how does it actually work? I was reading that it's more than just physics. It uses a neural network that pays attention to evolutionary history.
That is the absolute key. It's analyzing coevolution. It looks at millions of years of data across thousands of species.
So it's looking for patterns.
Exactly. If amino acid A and amino acid B always mutate together over and over in different organisms,
then the AI guesses they must be touching or interacting in the 3D shape.
it's using evolution as a cheat sheet to solve the geometry. And then it pairs that with this idea of iterative refinement.
Right, which sounds like an artist sketching.
That's a perfect way to describe it. It makes a first guess, a rough prediction. Then it looks at its own answer.
And feeds it back into itself.
To polish it. It just recycles the output over and over, refining the details until the structure stops changing.
And instead of taking years, this whole process takes
minutes, maybe hours for a complex one. It's a phenomenal leap in speed.
The impact here seems almost too big to grasp. We can now potentially map the entire human proteome, all the proteins in our bodies. Drug discovery gets a massive accelerator.
It fills in a map that used to be almost entirely blank space.
It's a huge leap. But here's the thought I want to leave everyone with. If we can now instantly predict the shape of nature's building blocks, are we getting close to designing our own new biological machines? Things nature never even invented.
That is the billion-dollar question, isn't it? And honestly, I think we might already be there.